Okay, that's my best Christopher Walken. Okay, let's see here. Okay, gotta get my mic up here. It's good. It's good. You know, Frankenstein never scared me much, but marsupials do. Okay, here we go. All right. 1, 2,
5, 6, 7, 8.
here we go. That was a pretty good intro, not gonna lie, but I think that it could have been better. It could have been better. But hey, it's the Sound Guys. What's up? This is my new voice. I don't know how, when I get stuck on these kind of sound effects and like these accents, I get, I just talk like that. So my name is Banjo Bob, and I'm joined by Neighborhood Nick over there. What's up, Neighborhood Nick?
Doing great there, Banjo
That's good
Bob.
stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Okay. So we're rocking the new shirts. The 2020 year of the virus.
Boom.
Yeet. And so that's okay. I don't know why I get stuck on these voices. It's kind of like Rizzo. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm the same way with British accent.
It's addictive because once you start talking like this, you can't stop. And so for those who watch the show, you know that I don't talk like this at all. But today, it's just getting thicker and thicker and thicker, which is a problem because I'm not trying to offend anybody, no disrespect, but it just keeps coming out and I can't stop. So.
It just happens to be the way that it is today.
Whatever. We is the Sound Guys, and we're coming to you live. Actually, no, this is pre-recorded, but that's cool. And whatever.
You really want to do things live all the time.
It's better live.
You like live.
I like live because once we're done, we're done. There's no post-production. It's just let's get it out. Let's move on with our miserable lives. You know what I'm saying?
No one likes to edit. No one enjoys editing. Everyone wants the finished product, but no one wants to do the work for the finished product.
I like these cool shirts, though. So you can check out these cool shirts at thisawesomeshop.com. Thisawesomeshop.com. Take your phone, okay? Take it out of your back pocket. And I want you to just do a little voice search here. Just go thisawesomeshop.com. Now watch. See, it's going to come up right here with thisawesomeshop.com. And it's 1210.org. Everything here is really awesome. Yeah. You're going to tap.
It's true.
There's
some great stuff there.
And you're going to find this shirt and some other really cool things. Funny t-shirts, hoodies, and apparel for everyone. I don't know if you can see that. See that? Yeah, right there. Yeah, cool.
Yes, hold your phone to the camera.
Yeah.
Get it right there.
See it? Thisawesomeshop.com. The downside, though, is that because we can't afford our checkout cart, we can't afford any of the things that make commerce work, I need you to send us an email to the Soundguys Podcast at gmail.com and say, hey, I want this product, and then we will send you a link that you can click on. It's totally secure. It's totally legit. My cousin Vinny runs the whole thing. It's going to be cool. It's awesome. He's not going to take your credit card information.
Copyright strike. Can we use that line?
And I didn't say nothing that was copywritten, brother. Call, listen. I'm just saying. You don't know nothing. You don't know me. You don't know me. So the point is, send that link over, and it's done with Square, so it's totally legit. And then you just pop in your credit card information, and we'll get that. We'll get your credit card, and we'll send that info. We'll run the credit card, and we'll get the cash, and then we'll send you the shirt. Yeah.
Well done. Well done, Banjo Bob.
I can't stop. I just can't. I mean, it originally started as my Christopher Walken voice, and then it just turned into this terrible Bostonian type, clean mouth Bostonian. Because I mean, there could have been a lot of cursing, and I'm not doing that.
Which let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's surprising that you're able to do that without cursing.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's tough.
From the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
It's tough. It's tough.
Let's be frank. I mean, my name's Bob, but I mean, you can be frank. So, what are we talking about today, Neighborhood Nick?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, today
did we introduce ourselves? Who are we?
I am the one, the only, the reliable Neighborhood Nick, and joining us today via the I have no program on. I have no idea what you have in your background. What is your background today?
I'm on. Well, it's kind of fun. The running shtick is like last time. I'm in a big giant cave.
You're in a cave this time?
In a cave, but check this out. When you come just to look at me, now all of a sudden I'm in an office. I'm in a big office, like an open space, like a dance space. It's pretty cool.
So you're in a cave, but when we go deeper into the cave, we enter into your dance studio.
Right, and now I'm in like an empty office with some shelves over here, and I got a bulletin board that I can put some cool things up on, and
you get an office?
Yeah, man.
I just have black drape.
Well, you opted against not having a green screen.
I have
and look, I'm in the fall now. It's cool.
I'm like in a terrorist video or something like that.
Oh yeah,
just
that's right.
Just hidden away. I just need to hide my face. And
you have the ISIS look.
Yeah.
Nick's making an ISIS video. He's like, I've got news for you.
How'd you go from a Boston accent?
Yeah, I did. Nick's like, I've got news for you. Listen, if you don't get to the chopper, I'm going to take you by the throat, and I'm going to make this terrible video.
Why Schwarzenegger? Why Schwarzenegger?
Because he's totally anti-terrorist, right?
Is he?
I thought so.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, okay, fine. It's like
he's no kindergarten cop anymore.
He's like, no. Listen, if you want to get the bomb, you have to find the way to a woman's heart. So if you look at my backdrop, I'm telling you, if you don't look at my face as I tell you these things, that you have exactly 15 minutes before the bomb goes boom.
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 Yeah, that's what your backdrop looks like, man. It looks very public access.
It works. It works.
I like it though, man. Seriously, rocking the light, looking good. Everything's sexy.
It's actually well production.
Except for that screen left. I mean, you got that little cardboard box showing up behind you, but whatever. That's cool.
Cardboard box behind me.
Yeah, screen left, buddy. See, yeah, the drape drops off, but that's cool. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good, man.
Cardboard box.
There's a cardboard box behind you.
Behind me?
Yeah, screen left. Brother.
Okay, over there.
No.
Right over there? Oh, that thing? Yeah, that's not important.
Yeah, whatever.
It's all right. Most people are listening anyway, so they're not actually.
Hopefully, if they haven't tuned
watching.
out by now, they're like, "Who are all these people? Where's that third guy with the weird accent? Who knows?"
All right. Well, it sounds like Banjo Bob is left the building, but who knows?
No, Banjo Bob is here. He just cleared his throat and sounds a lot better now.
He sounds healthy.
I'm coming in live and talking to you guys nice and cool here in this evening here in the studio, playing those by requests.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, just to clarify, I am the reliable Neighborhood Nick. Joining me today is Banjo Bob in his cave, dance studio, office,
cave,
whatever thing.
Studio.
Yes, that's sultry
Turning
voice.
into the bass and talking in your face.
But ladies and gentlemen, today,
buy the t-shirts 2020.
Year
of the virus.
Today we actually have a very interesting question.
Interesting questions.
And it was brought up by not just one person, but actually multiple people.
Multiple people asking interesting questions.
Yes. And so here's the little bit, because they know that I practice a little bit with some video editing software. I know Banjo is very well versed in many different video editing softwares.
Banjo Bob coming in hot with video editing.
But here's the question.
Here's the question.
I tried.
He tried. So good.
I have this ghost narration in the background. But here we go. So, people have been wondering and asking, because Adobe now, they no longer are just doing actual licensed products, right? Now they have gone to that subscription method. Well, whoa.
Sorry.
Sandra Bob's having some fun over there. If you're listening to your car and you just heard that loud whistle, we apologize. If we're not going to cover the car accident insurance fees or anything like that. You're on your own because of that ear-piercing screech that just made you go deaf in your left ear.
Banjo Bob, really sorry about that.
Just destroying everything.
I mean, who knew that, halfway through my mouth, the microphone would cause... I mean, I was expecting it to hit the back of my throat prior to causing feedback, but, I mean, whatever. I mean, these microphones... It's a Countryman... these Countryman ISOMAXs, I was expecting the condenser, the full body of the microphone to be fully inserted into my mouth, and for the viewers at home to hear me gagging from the back of my throat, getting throat raped with this microphone. And anyhow, that didn't happen. It failed miserably, and we heard a little bit of feedback there. So I apologize, folks. I really do. I mean, it was an experiment. We did it live. We did it real. It was here, and
it's not getting edited out.
It was for your enjoyment. You guys got a chance to, learn with us. Like I told in the last episode, this is enlightening, entertaining, and educational. So, I mean, we all learned something, and I think we are better people for it. So, what were you talking about, Neighborhood Nick?
Yes. I'm going to try for the fourth time today to finish this thought. I'm just waiting for another earpiece reach. To throw me off track here. But, here we go. So, Adobe is now doing subscription product kind of things because they're following path of Amazon and Netflix and Apple now and everyone like that.
Yep.
And people don't want to pay for that.
Why not?
Because they want the software to be theirs permanently for a one-time cost.
No. I think the subscription model is the way to go.
Okay. Well, some people disagree with you on this one because they don't want to pay, especially depending on how many Adobe products that you're actually using.
Yeah, $59.99 a month, $89.99 a month for the full Adobe suite, Adobe Cloud.
Does that give you access for multiple, like if you have, let's say, 10 computers, because you use them all on the same subscription?
Yeah, I think it's like $100 max. It's not bad.
Okay.
I think. Let's
look that up, actually. But anyway.
Let's Google it.
Some people have been asking, because they're only familiar with
how
the
much
Adobe.
For the maximum Adobe Suite license for cloud?
They're only allowed, I don't know. I'm trying.
I like how Nick does these topics without doing any research.
What we do.
Nick's like, let's talk about a thing, and then bash the thing, and then find out that the thing isn't that evil, and be like, you know what? He gets pwned on his own show. I love it. It's like $600 a year. That's actually that's cool. You can do a prepaid now. Very cool. So Creative Cloud, all apps, prepaid, $600 a year. That's a steal. Honestly, that's a man. I mean, if you're really getting if you're getting to town, that is a steal. And let's see what the license includes.
Are you looking at the all apps a little bit?
Yep.
Hey, you can get Adobe stock also.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Adobe stock because a lot of it's like, I mean, whatever. I mean, you there are other stock houses out there. Dissolve, Pond 5 is still doing okay, but
wait, hold on.
Dissolve is the way to go. What?
Okay, so you have your individuals.
Mm-hmm.
So you have your individual thing. If you wanted everything, no holds back, $53 a month.
Yeah,
For
I know.
business, you want all the apps per license.
Right.
This is the key right here. Per license, $80 a month.
Mm-hmm.
For a student and teachers, $20 a month.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you'll also have to prove that you either work at the school or you're
I
like
doubt it.
for Amazon Student, I had to actually upload my transcripts every semester.
Oh.
So for Amazon, for the student pricing, because it was amazing when I became a college student, but they made me upload my transcripts every semester so that, or I get, not every semester, every year, so that I could still have the student pricing. And then once I didn't upload my transcript because I graduated, they charged me full price for Amazon Prime. So that was not fun. So I'm assuming that Adobe probably would do the same thing.
I don't.
And then
I don't
here's
know
the
if
big one. Here's the big one.
Yeah.
Schools and universities.
Okay.
Schools and universities per named user license, all apps $35 per user. Per shared device for classrooms and labs, $330 a year per device. Per student pack for departments of 100 students or more, $142 a year. That's a very weird number, 142. And then for institution-wide license for broad access for students and faculty, you must call them to get an actual price. So depending on who you are,
Sounds good to me.
so depending on who you are and everything, this might appeal to you. But here's the thing.
$124, $10 a month. I think before you go any further, before you end up putting your foot in your proverbial mouth, the point is it allows you to try the software for, I think, a pretty affordable base and try things that you might not use, but they always stay fresh. I mean, I don't like the subscription model like you do. I don't like it either. But it kind of becomes a necessity, right? I mean, let's think about that.
I don't know if it really does. I mean, I understand where, you do the subscription, it's constantly getting updated, you get the newest things, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But it's the same thing with like Microsoft Office. For me,
don't see the benefit
Microsoft
for
Office, I
Microsoft
used the
Office.
2003 Microsoft Office package, which, I just used PowerPoint, Excel, Word, very little publisher and things like that. But I was using the 2003 until 2015. And then I upgraded.
Right. No, that's the same. I don't see the benefit. That's the one thing I don't quite get. I mean, the Office 365 is kind of cool if you're totally sold out to the Microsoft product and the ecosystem, and then you can actually keep your documents, and collaborate that way. But most people that already adopted cloud computing kind of went with the Google Drive already. So like you were already collaborating in Google Word documents and Google Sheets and
Which I don't like as much as Microsoft. Microsoft is much better than the Google
I
stuff.
agree completely, but the thing is the integration is actually not that bad. I mean, if you're going to collaborate on a transcript, a 400 500 page transcript, right? Well, then yeah, you'll hash it out with your peers on Google Docs. Once you have something that everyone proofs and feels is golden, then you're going to probably migrate that over to Publisher or to Adobe Illustrator to make your final your tangible product. But
Right.
I mean it has stages that people are going to go through. So I don't see the benefit. I mean, maybe I haven't had enough experience with it, but I don't see the benefit of using the Office 365 just to get that added layer of collaboration. Why? I mean, why pay for that? It seems Microsoft hasn't done enough to convince me, at least, that there's value. Now, I will say Microsoft has done everything to convince me that the Azure online cloud computing is totally worth every dime. However, I still can't figure out how to really implement it for my little projects, but I think it's awesome, and I think the value and the pricing is on point. I mean, you can get access to the most powerful computing for pennies on the dollar and set up some pretty awesome stuff with Microsoft Azure. I think it actually beats the pants off of AWS, Amazon Web Services, in terms of their stuff. But I mean, what do I know? I'm just a sound guy, so I mean that's just my beef. I mean, if we're talking between the big boys that really like to play with the big toys. As you can tell, Banjo Bob is on his 18th cup of coffee, and I am just riveting for today's show. So don't you folks worry. By the way, we are the Sound Guys. You can check us out at the Soundguyspodcast.com. I'm going to take time to talk a little bit more to my viewers. You can buy all of our beautiful merch and all of our wonderful things at thisawesomeshop.com. I'm not going to put up a graphic. Just look at my lips. thisawesomeshop.com. Say it by name into your smartphone or your smart device. You're going to see a list of all these awesome designs that we've come up with, Nick has come up with. A lot of them stink, but some of them are great. And then you're going to say, I like that shirt. Like the shirt that we're all wearing today. Like, see, look, look at him. Put up your shirt, Nick. Look at you. Look what you're wearing. Yeah, boom. 20. Stand up, son. We can't see you now there, boy. Yeah, it's a joke, son. Yeah, 2020, year of the virus. Look at that. See, I'm doing the same thing. See mine? 2020, year of the virus. So the point is, you can get these awesome shirts, right? You can look at them, but you can't use the checkout function on our website.
No.
Why? Because we can't afford to pay for the back end to do all that, really awesome stuff where you put in your name and your address and all that jazz. That costs too much. We just can't do it. So what we're doing, we're going to cut the costs in half. We're going to pull out the middleman, and we're going to give the savings to you. That's how that works, right? Yeah. You like the little pitch?
That's how it works exactly.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So how do you say, Banjo Bob, how are we passing the savings on to me, the consumer? Well, it's really simple. We've got a Gmail account. What's it called? Soundguyspodcast@gmail.com. Can't miss it. Type that in there. Be like, hey, Banjo Bob, I really like that one design, the 2020 year of the virus, or the other one. What was the Bowling for Pizza. That's a great shirt.
Well, that's a good one. Yes, I like that one. Yeah.
Bowling for Pizza. Got another shirt that's called Salad. Why? With a question mark? Why not salad? Seriously, why? Why salad?
Makes no sense.
It's a big question, right? Say, I want that shirt. We send you a square link, and you pay for it, and you call it good, and away we go. One thing that just happened, I had like an existential type experience. I realized that we still aren't doing these shows live. So therefore, people are always starting at the beginning of these stupid shows, and they hear my ridiculous face come in and do these pitches like they're coming in halfway through the show when they're not.
Well, you're the one that keeps doing that at the very beginning instead of in the middle.
I don't understand why I can't grasp the concept that this is all recorded and there is no one out there watching us or paying attention.
It's true. Right now, we are alone in this studio.
It's quite chilling, honestly.
It's cold.
With that being
can't
said,
pay the heat.
Neighborhood Nick, I'm going to get some coffee. You carry the show.
All right. So go get your coffee. And I'm going back to my idea thing that I was talking about.
Bunch of nonsense, man.
It's perfectly...
Oops, I bumped the camera.
Well, of course you did.
Sorry.
Am I moving?
Yeah, we're good.
People are getting dizzy now.
All right.
Giving them whiplash and pain and suffering. All right, so Banjo's getting some coffee. But back to my thought process. So Adobe Premiere has this subscription model. And you will pay per month for access, as it will be, to all of the amazing apps that they have developed and created. And yes, Adobe has made some very fine products. Meanwhile, Apple, for you video editing people, they've created Final Cut Pro, and now they have the Final Cut Pro X or something like that. That's
I think
not
that'd be 10. I'm back from my coffee.
Oh, that was fast. Oh, you drink coffee black, that's why. But the Final Cut Pro, Apple's not doing a subscription model. That is a product that you would buy for $300, which is cheaper than any other Apple thing that you could possibly even buy. So the question is, which model would work, the subscription or just the product? But then also knowing all your options that are available and the special little features that each little guy has that might be more useful for you content creators out there, and what products actually will work with the ecosystem that you are working with. For example, if you're using a Mac, Final Cut natively will work a lot better with a Mac. But if you're using Windows, Adobe, DaVinci, Vegas might work better. It's a little toss-up right there. So I wanted to ask Banjo for his opinion before he rudely interrupted me about all these crazy nonsensical things. But we kind of addressed it a little bit. The difference between a subscription model. You like the subscription model that Adobe does?
Yeah.
Is this true?
Yeah. I think
See, I like more of what Apple's doing with you buy the product and you have the product. I like that a bit more because I own it. And if you stop paying Adobe, you lose access to the product. Meanwhile, I still have my product. Even if they're updating and everything, I could still use what I'm comfortable with. See what I'm saying here?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in reality, you can still keep the workflow files. You can keep the edit files. I mean, all the things that, I mean, your raw footage is there, but stuff that comes out of the editing platform itself, like color correction, actual cuts, and adjustments that you made in Premiere. Yeah, you would lose immediate access to that. But I mean, I can see it both ways. When you're broke and you still want to create something and you can't pay for the subscription to create, that's kind of a depressing time.
That's when you should learn the basic version of DaVinci.
Well, yeah, I mean,
which is free.
Yes. You could definitely grab a thing of Resolve. You can grab bootleg copies of other things out there. I mean, it's just kind of. Yeah, I can see why the Apple folks would like that, because then they would get the ability to edit without having to worry about any long-term commitment. I mean, there's like 3D designer software that I use, like when we have clients that actually, when we're working, I just basically pay for the license and now we have a monthly access to it. I've found with this particular program online that I pay $19.95 a month when we're working, and when we're not working, I just turn it off. But I have no need to go back on and get there. Now check this out though. What I did find out, which was really pleasantly surprising, we hadn't used the program for like 12 months. And there was a project that came up, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll go ahead and log in and start designing. Well, the point is, when I logged in and I paid the $19.95, all my files were still there. So
that's cool.
So it's basically they just locked off access to the files, but they didn't really remove my account. So I could just pick right up and take a template from something else I'd made and just get right back into high gear. So but like I said, I had no need to use the program between that gap of time. So I can see it both ways, but yeah, $10 is $10.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
No.
But here's the thing, and this is, I think this is.
And I had a dream, like I was like this giant TV. It was really weird. Like this dream was like I was a big TV that no one could turn off, and I was just talking, and it was like this nonsense that, and even though it was subscription based, no one wanted to pay the fee. So I just was on this constant demo, sharing information, just constantly hoping people would subscribe, and they never did. And that was my dream. So yeah, now we know.
Okay. Okay, so back to my original.
You don't get the analogy at all, dude.
No.
No, I thought that was a perfect analogy. Someone out there got that. Thank you
hope
for listening.
someone did.
I really appreciate your guys' insight and how far of a depth you saw that dream and that analogy went. If you thought it was awesome, you should comment on it because honestly, I'm the only one carrying this show, on the backs of my shoulders and Nick's over there.
As he should. Gotta make him do something.
So, anyways,
but here's the thing.
Okay,
coming back to the subscription thing, because this bothers me.
What
subscription?
Okay.
Subscription. Because it bothers me because if, as an individual, just me, myself, and I, all right, not a business, not anything like that, to pay $53 a month for all apps in Adobe. All right, that's just all of that fun stuff right there. I could, if I wanted, just go with Adobe Premiere Pro for $21 a month. Okay? So even if I did that, if I just wanted Adobe Premiere Pro for $21 a month just to do video editing, not Illustrator, Photoshop, any of the other stuff, right? After, let's see, that would be in 12 months paying about $20. That would be $240, a little close to $250 or so at the very end of that. Maybe $260. Versus, and then I would still be paying the subscription after that. Meanwhile, Final Cut Pro, $300, one-time purchase, which I can keep for as long as I want. I truly believe. I haven't done that much research into Final Cut products and everything. But basically after, if it would be 260, so probably about 15, 16 months of doing that subscription, I would have paid off the Final Cut.
Yeah.
But I would still be paying Adobe Premiere. Does that make sense? And this is those things that this is just my financial side of things, to continually be investing into Adobe for who knows how long, could be eventually $2,000.
Yeah, no, it ends up to be a racket. I want to point out something funny I saw here. So I love Google Ads and the algorithms in place. And so I did a search for, can I purchase Adobe Photoshop outright? And what's funny is the ad...
On where?
On Google. And the ad that pops up with B&H Photo, it takes my search term and tries to fit it into an organic sounding, phrase. And it says, can I buy Photoshop once? New Year's 2021 sale. Hurry, shop now. Can I buy Photoshop once? And all cameras, computers, audio, video, accessories. Only at B&H Photo.
Don't you love B&H Photo? They are truly the most inclusive company in the world.
I love how they celebrate every Jewish holiday, and it makes it really hard for people that work on
Not
Christmas.
just the Jewish holidays.
That's true.
They celebrate Islamic holy days also.
They do. They celebrate them all, which means they're only open like 20 days out of the year. So that's exciting. I'm glad they're able to stay afloat these days. So with that being said, though, no, it's a bum. But I think there's enough alternatives out there for people to be like, look, I'll buy a Adobe Premiere CS6 license. I think you can get those available still, whatever. You learn enough about the ecosystem and get your Premiere going, or find an educational hack. I think that's the safe way of putting it, and rock and roll that way. Get comfortable with the platform, then license in. I think 9 times out of 10, that's what most people are going to do anyways. When they get enough projects going, they're just going to license into Creative Cloud. To that point, there are other powerful editors that you could go after that you can buy once and for all, such as Advid, such as Vegas. DaVinci, you can get it for free, but you can also get a license for that, which is a little better, I think. So I mean, I think there's a lot of other There's a lot of other options on the road, man. I mean, that really allow you. I'm curious, what do they... Sony Vegas... I'm curious what Sony Vegas is doing these days. Oh, they're already up to 16? Jeez, go fig. Of course they are. How much is it? Oh, dude, $279? Are you kidding me? That's awesome.
So that's cheaper than Final Cut. And that's a one-time purchase?
I have no idea what AI-backed editing means. That's another sales gimmick. Yeah, it's Vegas 16 Pro. This copy on Amazon's wow, $100? No way.
So then, and here then becomes the question.
I'm gonna buy this. Just give it a shot.
Is Adobe Premiere worth the money compared to its competitors?
They finally have 360 video support on 16. On
Vegas?
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Yeah. But see, this is the only thing that drives me nuts. I don't know for sure if once I broke in. I mean, I was such a staunch advocate for processor-based rendering, dude. Once I finally drank the Kool-Aid and actually did a little bit of GPU-based rendering, I was like, oh, son of a gun.
It changes everything.
It changes everything. It really does. But, I mean, it's cool and it's not cool because it just depends on what you have in the office. If you've got one computer that's your primarily daily driver, then, yeah, you're going to want to have something that can render that stuff out fast because you don't have time to leave one machine backed up. But if you got a rendering farm, it doesn't really matter. You can just keep on trucking. But it looks like, it only says though GPU and hardware acceleration. It's a blanket ad. It's like, GPU and hardware acceleration delivers results in record time. I'm like, okay.
Record.
Okay.
Record.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know, dude. I like the 360 thing because heaven knows for 2021 we're going to be doing more 360.
But again, here comes the question though: is Adobe Premiere, with the subscription model and everything, worth the investment, worth that money, compared to its competitors for a one-time purchase?
Well, let's find out real quick here. Hold on. Hang on. Can I edit Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K on Vegas Pro 16?
Ooh, that's a big one.
Because that's really where it's at.
That's very popular too.
Blackmagic Raw 2 days ago. Blah blah blah. Forum needed so B-Raw for now. Okay, so Vegas does not support B-Raw natively. And that was the problem we had with the PM. So this is an older camera, but the Panasonic HPX 370, that is a P2 codec. Well, it's a P2 card. I forget what codec it was. It was like the AVC HD Intro 100 or something. So for Vegas, you had to purchase and license a specific codec to allow the ingestion and editing of those proxies.
Okay.
And actually, once you did it, everything's golden. I mean, you could edit P2, the 100, but you had to purchase the additional module. With Premiere, it came native. And that is a plus because if,
definitely.
As new codecs and a bunch of crap always comes out, they're making out cameras as fast as anyone can. So your subscription kind of also...
It would cover those additional benefits that other products... because of it's a one-time purchase, will not have that information.
Leaves you out in the cold. So with the Creative Cloud, that whatever camera you buy, with the exception of proprietary RAW files, like the Sony log, S-Log and the B-Raw and all those things, you have a safe bet that whatever you throw off your camera onto the timeline is going to work.
Okay.
And you're going to be able to edit it. There's going to be no surprises like, I only hear my audio, or I only see the video, or like the audio drags, or even like that GH5 footage where it'll carry out and you'll see the clip on the timeline go for miles, but the audio drops. And it's just there's just weird things, man. Just weird things happen.
Does your version of Adobe Premiere that you have right now, is it able to do the Blackmagic RAW files?
Apparently, yeah, but it came with you have to download the Blackmagic camera control from Blackmagic's website, and then and it puts the codec or whatever you want to call it in there, and then you can
can adapt it.
But I prefer. I I don't know, man. If I'm gonna shoot in B-roll, I'd rather just use DaVinci. But honestly, DaVinci takes too long for those things. But I'm excited more about Vegas, quite frankly.
You're more excited about the potential for Vegas's update.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, if Vegas
Adobe
can do
or
it,
DaVinci?
if Vegas doesn't screw with the actual core of what made Vegas Vegas, and it can actually pump out some decent results. Oh wait, there's a Pro 18. Oh, dude, where are they at with this, man? Jiminy Christmas. Okay, let's just go to their website and figure out where they're at. Holy crap! Because now we're at. Okay, so Vegas Pro 18 is the latest, not Pro 16. So now we know. Okay, so I think it's official.
Oh, now this is interesting. So I'm on the Vegas website right now.
As am I.
They also have a subscription model or the purchasing of a product for a one-time fee.
Yeah, hopefully the purchase of a product would allow you just to basically have your updates for new cameras and things that come on the market.
Oh, and here's a very interesting thing also, which as I'm just randomly clicking through this website, if you buy Vegas Pro, you can actually just buy the upgrade also.
Yeah, there was some conspiracy about that. I'm not going to talk off channel. A lot of the old school video editors back in the 10 days would basically, well, why not? I mean, we're an educational channel. They would bootleg a Vegas 10 and then they'd pay for the cheap upgrade as opposed to buying it outright. That's how stingy some of these people are, man. I mean, seriously, stingy, pennies.
It all depends
pennies.
if you're going to be an honest businessman or an honest editor in this case.
Dude, pennies.
But that's still something that's actually really
Oh yeah,
interesting.
$26 a month, $26.99 a month, huh?
For the Vegas Pro 365?
Yeah, I don't.
I got $20 a month.
Well, I think I must be coming off of. I don't know. I must be coming off of a subnet. I don't know where I'm at because I'm in Canada apparently.
You're in Canada?
Uh-huh.
Oh, interesting.
Is that a VPN? Am I on a yeah, I think
You
I'm
might be in a VPN.
I think I'm probably in Canada. Okay.
Here
Well,
in America,
if I was in
I
America,
got $20 a month.
Hey, is your phone too close to the mic?
My phone's over there.
Oh, maybe it's my phone then. Huh. Oh,
Yes.
yep. That sucks. Hey, man, VPN's at work. Okay, well then how much? So you can still purchase then 16 for $100. So let me ask this then. Can I edit B-Raw in Sony Vegas 18? Because that's the money. You know what I'm saying?
And you like Vegas. That's the one of your choice. If you had
I like
the
Vegas
option.
because it's just rough and dirty, man. I mean, everyone hates it, but I really think it's so quick and dirty, man. It really is. And the thing about it is this: if there's a way to make Vegas take advantage of your GPU and make take advantage of all the really shoot out some great looking video. That's sold, man. Dude, they still don't want to talk about this. That's crazy. Oh, maybe I should just do
for the B-Raw.
This is dumb. This is like they're keeping it super secret. Sony Vegas 18 Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K. Yeah, let's see what that's all about. Because seriously, that's nuts. I mean, because everybody's buying. They're all buying these things. I mean, they're the cutest little things in the world. They are. They're so cute. I can't get it conclusive, but the point is, if let's put it this way, if I could find out off the show that we are able to do the Blackmagic footage
On Vegas.
I really think that would be a real.
But then it comes back to that question of, is paying that little bit extra money for Adobe worth it compared to the competitor prices?
What?
So Adobe Premiere,
Okay.
which has what appears to be the most, it does seem to have the most expensive subscription plan, but also the longest time investment, right? Mm-hmm. Just because it looks like it only has subscriptions. I'm not finding any one-time purchasing things. Vegas, you can do both a subscription or a one-time purchase, or a one-time purchase, and then as new things happen, you can purchase the upgrade. Apple, with Final Cut, one-time purchase for $300. DaVinci Resolve will actually let you use it for free. They'll have a version available for free, or you could buy the Studio One. I mean, for the longest time, before I even really got into any serious editing, I was just using some free program thing I found in the Microsoft Office store. And yeah, I mean, it was cheap. It's free. You don't get all the awesome effects and editing features like all the other ones, but I mean, it was free. And I was able to create a bunch of videos randomly with it. So the question, though, is do the features that Adobe has and the features that you can purchase in that subscription plan, is it worth it in comparison to DaVinci, Vegas, or even Apple?
You know, Neighborhood Nick, I really appreciate everything you bring to the show and all the important things you say. You know, I find great value in those things. Sometimes, though, I tune out.
He's lying.
I tune out, and I don't always catch all the nuances of these things you say, because there's only so much information a man of my humble stature can retain when you're speaking so eloquently. I was stuck on looking at these versions of Vegas, and I would.
We have completely distracted Banjo Bob now. He
And
is
I would
just
say
gone and tuned away.
to anyone listening, I would.
What video editing software do you recommend
I
people
would
to
say-
invest in right now?
Right now, I would think everyone should jam on over to Amazon and for $300, buy a copy of Vegas Pro 17 and give it a shot and learn on that. Because quite frankly, if you learn on Vegas Pro or of any Vegas layout,
Why 17?
well, it's better than 16.
Right.
Yup.
What about 18?
Too expensive, and I can't. It's too ambiguous. It's not. There's not a. I can't find a bullet pointed sales page that tells me all the good things I need to know.
Okay.
Yeah. So it just tells me basically we've got all the stuff that they were good at, but they also really punched down that it is GPU accelerated.
That's true.
So we're good there.
Which once you taste that fine GPU power,
Yeah, and it comes with a lot of added stupid value. The added value stuff they've always done that kind of annoyed me, but the Boris FX and the Magic Bullet stuff, they always include that now. So whatever.
that's cool.
Give it a shot.
That's cool.
It doesn't seem like it's got doesn't seem like it's really mission heavy, which is also another cool thing. It wasn't resource heavy when it's more about being clean and putting your resources more towards playback and rendering and all that jazz. The layout looks okay, but it looks like they've gone this new nested timelines thing. I don't know if I like that, because that's leaning more towards how other NLEs are rocking, and what made Vegas unique was that you had one long timeline, and that was your entire project. You saved your veg file, and then you moved on to another project. And so you had multiple veg files that all were one timeline. And that was super cool, super unique, especially for quick, dirty edits. That's the thing. Most of the content today, we're not out making films. We're out making quick 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute shorts, stupid things, funny things, just getting content out there. So if you have to go through all of the process of bringing in footage, ingesting it, logging it, getting it looking good, all this, there's no time, there's no money for that. Let's just stop it. So Premiere and Resolve and Final Cut have all these extra steps that are filmmaker tools, but they're not content creator tools for quick, rough and dirty. I love I said rough and dirty because I like that dirty because I'm getting back my accent. I like the Adobe Rush it's a free program for the phone that allows some quick cuts. You can do a lot of vlogging. Adobe Rush, honestly, I'd recommend for the phone, and Vegas Pro for the Windows PC. And then maybe Resolve for your Mac. But I don't know. Maybe Vegas Pro 16 because I can't hang my hat on this nested timelines thing.
So keep going back.
Yeah, maybe go back, but I still might jack a copy of 17 just to see, because again, that was the thing that made it awesome, and you could run multiple instances of Vegas. That's huge. You can open up different. It's basically you're opening up a portfolio of your show. And that's your show. Okay, cool. I want to minimize that. Here's another instance of Vegas that's got my entire show. And you can do all these different cuts. And it was also really great for editing audio. I mean, it was just, yeah. So,
do you think that Vegas does a better job with audio than Adobe?
I liked
the style that it had.
The only thing is, though, the dynamic plugin for Premiere is pretty on point.
Okay.
But, I mean, we've done some great audio. It does have hardware rendering, so So it's a Mando for 17. You've got to have at least a 900 series card or higher. So they're not even going to let you play ball without a card. Yeah. So you need to be 64-bit. So I mean, they've upped the game in terms of the specs.
So I guess in that sense, though, it also depends on your personal hardware that you have for which one of these editing softwares you can really use.
Well, and that's another reason why Vegas used to be the cat's meow. But the downside, though, is that it really depends. I mean, hopefully everybody, if you're buying a brand new computer, hopefully it's going to have a graphics card that's compatible. But, there's a lot of budget PCs. People spend $300, $400, $500 on a PC, and those PCs are lacking.
They're all going to have those integrated graphics with Intel.
Correct. And so if they have integrated graphics and they're lacking that dedicated card,
you won't even be able to open this thing up.
It's going to leave you out in the cold. So that, again, was a really big selling point. Well, to CS6, Adobe Premiere CS6, and then also Vegas Pro 10. I don't know about 16.
So Vegas Pro 10, you could just have the CPU and...
But the thing is, if it's your daily driver, the thing with Vegas Pro 10 is that you're rendering. That computer is tied up. So if you had a rendering farm, it was better to send out the veg file to a farm, have basically a network shared asset pool, and have the rendering farm pull from the asset pool and render that way, while your primary editor is still now cutting the rest of and they're all shared resources. But
if you only have one computer,
yeah, if you have one computer, then you go to basically grab your Adobe Premiere CS6, because then you can encode remotely. You can basically queue it up, send it off the encoder, let the encoder do its job, and you can continue editing from the same computer. But yeah. But it just sucks. I wish we could be more informed, but the nice thing about this show is that we just rock and roll on the show, man. We just
freestyled.
Ask some questions and just rock and roll. I don't see anything on the Vegas 16 that indicates it needs a mandatory. Yep.
Okay. But the 17 and
Correct.
The 18,
you
need a GPU.
Correct.
Because DaVinci is the same way, correct? It needs that GPU in order to operate. At least the latest version, I know.
You're talking quiet, and so your gate.
Am I talking quietly?
Yeah, your gate is cutting you out a bit, so I got to bring that
Oh.
down. Because I'm the only one wearing headphones out here.
It's true. I'm not connected. I don't even have a monitor to tell me
Well,
if I'm on camera or not.
Actually, we could have set that up now that
we could
found
have,
the video
but
card.
we didn't.
This thing right here. See, guys, look at this. Look at this. It was on the ground the whole time. It's a 4K external USB 3.0. Beautiful thing. Looking all over for this, and it's on the ground. We're stepping on its poor guts. I'm asking Neighborhood Nick, where did this go? Where did this go? He's like, we packed it. We thought we did. And yeah,
We destroyed everything trying to find that stupid little thing.
There's crap all over the place. I mean, it's like, yeah, but
And
the
it
moral of
was
the story
on the ground.
yeah, so this is what's feeding his poor program monitor. So he has no idea if we're drawing, faces on him or.
I got nothing. I just see the
Yes.
Blackmagic camera in front of me.
I know. Hey, so again, I don't see anything about it. Post your question. Looks good, buddy. So maybe. Oh wait. Well, here's a negative review. It's from J.R. Crichton on Amazon.
Ooh.
And 2019, I used to use. I'm not going to try to read it like he's a moron. I used to use Vegas 7 back in the day. I thought, hey, why not buy 16? I can afford to do that versus use a free version. I think I owe it to the company. This program is a piece of junk. I can't even get it to work after 5 hours of researching. What the heck could even be the problem? I've installed updates, uninstalled possible issue programs. I have enabled all disabled suggested things, and the damn thing just stops working. Just freezes. This is the worst program you can buy to edit video. I swear this new company just ruined the software.
Ooh.
Sincerely, J.R. Crichton. Reviewed October 6th, 2019.
He did not like it. But it could be that he didn't have a GPU.
Well, or, right? Yeah.
That could be it, because it sounds like if it didn't even open.
Well, if he was rocking 7 and he moves from 7 to 16.
That's a big jump. That's a big
I'm sorry,
jump.
JR, but it sounds like the problem might have been you.
And we're not defenders of Vegas by any means.
But I mean,
that's pretty.
How can you expect?
That's a leap.
But to be fair, people make that mistake. They don't realize that these integrated cards on their computers are junk.
Because it used to work in the past.
Oh.
Doesn't always work in the present, and it most certainly won't work in the future.
Uh-oh. Keeps crashing every 5 to 10 minutes. Hristo Benev, that's his name. Hristo Benev. I can say it that way. Hristo Benev reads, this program keeps crashing every 10 minutes. This has led me to developing the habit of saving my work every time I make the slightest change on my project. In the rare cases that I go on an editing spree and forget to save the project, I end up losing hours of work. On top of that, you'd get a message prompting you to upgrade to the latest version of the software every time you start the program. It doesn't matter if you select, don't show this message again. The window will keep popping up every time you open a project. I mean, it gets the job done at the end of the day, but I was expecting a better product for the money that I spend on it. So that's Hristo Benev. Based on the name, I figured that was the best, most appropriate accent for him.
Okay. He became French.
I think it was a French name. Yeah, it sounded very French to me.
Maybe.
Yeah, dude. A lot of the folks here, they say they love it though. I mean, so it's mix and match. I feel like the results that people are getting from it.
It could be a hardware issue instead of the software issue.
Yeah. So maybe just like that HP computer that I gotta buy, maybe we'll
run some tests.
Oh, dude, I can't bite the bullet on that. I gotta sell some other drones or something, because that would be the best test. Mr. Nick over there with his 1616 SSD and all that jazz. Yeah. We're still gonna benchmark his brand new laptop against
the older stuff,
a 10-year-old workhorse, And I don't know. We gotta find some benchmark software. We gotta do that. That would be a good part of the show, dude.
Are there any free benchmarks? I want to look at that.
Buddy, we've blown through yet another hour of time.
Just talking about.
I know we gotta keep these shows. We gotta stay consistent because we value our viewers' time, and that's true. We value your time, and we want you to know that. Listen, if you're planning on listening to us for an hour, heaven knows we don't want to run over. So, Nick, I guess it's inconclusive. Editing programs.
Sounds like we have some mixed results, but it sounds, if you have the hardware capability, from your recommendation, it sounds like Vegas would be. Oh, actually, let's change this. Let's change this up just a little bit. Let's change
it up.
Just this final question. If you're about to begin, it's your first time doing any video editing.
Mm-hmm.
Which software would you recommend?
Oh, I still think Vegas.
You still would go with Vegas?
Yeah, because here's the beef. It's like it just kind of gets you familiar with the GUI of an NLE, a nonlinear editing platform. You open up any other program, and I feel a lot of those programs just become too intimidating. Resolve or Premiere, everything becomes way too intimidating. And if you try to if you set out to edit something and you put it in Vegas, you cut it down and you render it out and you look at it and you go, wow, that's a good thing I just did. Then you start to realize how these components all work together, and you get a better appreciation for other NLEs. And then you start to realize what tools are the right for the job. Because I'm using the word quite frankly a lot, and that pisses me off when I say something so much. Drives me nuts. Quite honestly, quite frankly, to be real, to be honest, hey guys, whatever. The point is, geez, verbal tics drive me nuts when I recognize them. I have all three installed, so I use all three. So there. I mean, and it's just the right tool for the job, period. I've even, I even cut on After Effects, which is stupid. That's not even an edit. I mean, I've even, you can edit on, so whatever, but you really should start on, and this is just, again, my personal opinion. I mean, you really should start on something, a little more flavorful, so you get an appreciation for what you're trying to do. Because most creative folks are going to say, hey, I need it to look this way. So when they're trying to get it to look that way, then they're going to at least have a better understanding of how to get there when they start dipping into these other programs.
Okay. So if it's the first time user, you'd recommend Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
And then for hardware components, depending on what you have, could also limit you on the option that is actually available to you. And it seems that in the future,
if you got a $500 off-the-shelf Best Buy,
you have to use an older version of something.
Or the Creative Cloud. I'm not sure if Creative Cloud allows you to disable GPU, and that may be another thing. Really, you have to take...
if Adobe CC allows it to still just use the CPU only...
Correct.
Then if you have basic hardware, a basic laptop, fresh off the shelf, with Adobe CC, you still may be able to do some quality video editing.
Correct.
So... depending on what's available, depending on what the capability of.
It's resource-based. Basically, off-the-shelf computer, bare bones, not bare bones, but, office-grade, off-the-shelf, Adobe or Vegas, maybe Adobe CC, don't know, can't confirm. Gaming grade, that's the best way to classify it. You can use anything you want, because 9 times out of 10, your gaming grade will have
enabled to
it'll at least
anything.
Have the right
and then it's just going to come down to the monitor that you have with screen accuracy not screen accuracy,
which doesn't matter,
and stuff.
Which really most of them will calibrate and you just use scopes and doesn't matter. But we could go that direction some other time.
Awesome.
But we've wasted another hour of these poor people's time. It's amazing.
Hey, if people are listening and...
well, I hope they are.
Enjoying this family-friendly content, which every now and then Banjo Bob will ruin the family-friendly aspect of it.
It wasn't DAMN. It was like Water Dam. That's what he even spelled it DAM. It was damn. Look at the review. Go to Amazon. I'm sure it's there. He was talking about, like, he wanted to throw it over the dam in the water. Come on.
Exactly.
And I consider us to be like your nice daily dose of good background noise. I mean, like,
That's true.
Everybody needs a couple comforting voices to say something, soothing and technical. So why not let it be us? Bring us into your home. Bring us into your car.
Just very peaceful.
Yeah. Let us put you to sleep.
Hopefully not while you're driving, though.
Well, no, again,
If you're driving,
I would love to see that. That would be a fabulous lawsuit case. I mean, like, I would bring that to, like, national. Are you kidding me? It's like these poor young sound guys, these poor starting podcast boys.
we're just too soothing.
These two virgin podcasters trying to do a little show and bring a little joy and comfort into the dark, cold world, and someone had to come and ruin it all and file a slap suit.
Joke's on them. We have no money for you to take.
This is true too.
So,
I mean, and the cameras aren't even on our name, so joke's on you.
Sorry.
We have no assets.
just a lot of credit cards.
No. Can they seize those? Maybe not.
I don't
Whatever.
think they can.
Hey, this is the Sound Guys. Let's close it out. We're talking too much about our personal lives. I don't know.
We'll come back and do some research into
We
that.
might. I gotta get our closing song. Give us all the shout outs, Nick. What are we
Ladies
doing?
and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages,
Where's the closing song?
thank you for joining us today.
Shut up. It's right here, man. Keep talking.
Thank you for joining us today here on the Soundguys Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, like us, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you always get the latest and newest episodes of the Soundguys Podcast. And for those listening over the airwaves on those wonderful podcasting streaming services such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, even Amazon Podcasts.
Ooh, Amazon Podcast.
We are on Amazon
Are they getting into that
Podcasts.
mix now too?
We got them.
I love it.
I made sure. I talked with Amazon myself. And
Did you really? Did you talk to Jeff Bezos?
I tried my best.
And what do you say?
And he's still going through a
Dude,
divorce lawyer.
McKinsey's cute though.
He's still suffering from the divorce right now.
Dude, seriously, she already changed her last name. We should talk about that next time.
And she's also giving away money like crazy. So
I love
please,
that smile though. How could he let that go? She's got an amazing smile.
Jeff Bezos is Jeff Bezos.
What a douche.
And we're just off of Amazon now. We're gone. But anyway, if you're listening to this on a podcasting service, be sure to subscribe, like, leave a rating, comment, review, anything to help us get more popular, climb that rating list, so that we can continue providing you amazing content.
Are we done with all this?
I think that's all I got right there.
Okay, good.
That
Well-
is all the salesmanship I have.
Thanks for listening, guys. Have a good night. Drive safe. Bye-bye.